is a cave of wisdom and deep knowledge that everybody is looking for. Everybody is looking for and hungry. They are hungry to find out that cave. And it's a cave of wisdom and deep knowledge, which means it's that kind of wisdom that stretches beyond what is written in the books, beyond what is taught in school, beyond what is found in the statistics, even beyond what the AI knows. And everybody is looking for that cave, but few are those who are able to find it. Although the entrance of the cave is just around the corner. The entrance of the cave is very near. Maybe it is in that space between two heartbeats, or in the presence of the ones who are still wild, or maybe in an image from a dream which is very persistent. What I can tell you is that if you were one of those who would find the entrance of the cave of wisdom, then you would follow a small dark hole that would go deep, deep, deep into the womb of the earth, and there would be a kind of opening, and in that opening you would see a woman, a peculiar woman, a particular woman sitting there. Maybe when your eyes would feel more okay with the darkness that would exist down there, you would see that this woman was very old. Very, very old. Her skin full of wrinkles, not only on her hands and arms, but also on her cheeks and in her face. Rivers curving the skin. Her cheeks would have already sunk inwards, and her eyes would be cloudy, but still piercing. You would at first think that this woman is very ugly, maybe even disgusting. But in the next moment, I'm telling you, you would fall in love with this woman. Of course, this old woman would know immediately that you are in the cave, but she wouldn't say anything on purpose. Instead, she would continue to do what she was working on, and her work was a very important one. She would sit for hours every day weaving the most beautiful garment in the whole world. And it is the most beautiful garment in the whole world because it illustrates on it the beauty of the whole world, the beauty and the magnificence of the whole cosmos. Cosmos, which means beauty. She would never forget to put on this garment the deep forests and the vast oceans and the amazing stars or the little creatures crawling on the surface of the earth. She would not forget to put on this garment the flowers blooming in spring or the autumn leaves falling down on earth. She was working on it for a long time, for days, for weeks, for years. Did I say years? No, I meant decades. Did I say decades? No, I meant hundreds, centuries of years. Maybe not even centuries, maybe millennia of years. She has been working on this specific garment, and she is coming to a point of almost concluding her work. She has put in it so much effort, so much dedication, so much patience, so much love. She has been working on it with extreme delicateness. She would go and find the porcupine needles and even continue to make them more thin and fine by chewing them with her teeth. So now there is not even teeth in her mouth. And she would spend these endless hours of weaving, and maybe she would also sing a subtle song of sacred words beyond the language of humans. So this is the old woman in the cave of wisdom, weaving. But she also has another very, very important task. And you would see her at some moment lifting herself from the chair and moving to the back of the cave. There, in the back, there was the oldest being present. The oldest being means the fire. There she would have a fire, and over the fire, a cauldron, a huge, gigantic cauldron full of seeds that this old woman has collected herself under the moonlight or the dark sky when she was walking in different parts of the world, in dry riverbeds and in the mountain tops, to collect all, and when I say all, I truly mean all the seeds of the world, of the flowers and the bushes and the trees and the vegetables and the legumes and the nuts, every single seed that existed on earth, maybe even seeds that exist in the hearts of the humans. She would even collect these ones and bring them into this huge cauldron. Why? To preserve them for the future. So occasionally, from time to time, this old woman had to go to the back of the cave to stir the pot, to stir the seeds so that they are not burned. Because who knows, and God forbid, what would happen if some of these seeds are lost. So the old woman is now in the back of the cave and she's stirring the pot. And as she's stirring the pot, the black dog that has been laying next to her feet at the area where the garment is, where she was weaving the garment. So the black dog that was there the whole time wakes up and is finding themselves in a playful mode and is looking at the garment, which is now there on the ground floor. And the dog finds a loose thread in the garment and lifts it, takes it with their teeth and moves it to the left and to the right and to the left and to the right and to the left and to the right until there is not any more garment, until the whole garment is a pile of threads. The garment now being unraveled, being destroyed. The old woman is returning from the pot of the seeds to her work with the garment. And remember, she was almost about to finish the garment, the most important, the most beautiful garment in the whole world. And what she sees puts her in silence. Her whole work is now destroyed. It's a chaos there. It's a pile of threads, her whole world unraveled, undone. And as the garment is undone, she feels also the chaos inside of her stirring. She's looking at the garment, and she's looking at the black dog, and she's looking at the garment, and she's looking at the black dog. And again, she's looking at the garment and looking at the black dog. And then she feels a kind of pull, a pull that comes from her heart, that brings her fingers to one particular thread of the garment. The moment she picks up that thread, the eyes of her imagination open widely, because a new image of a new design of the most beautiful garment is now revealed in front of her. And this one is even more beautiful and even more magnificent and even more marvelous than the one she has been working on for centuries and millennia. And the old woman misses no moment. Immediately, she starts weaving all over again. now having another sacred task to weave the most beautiful garment in the whole world that would represent the whole beauty of the world. And all this would happen in the cave of wisdom and deep knowledge that everybody is desperately looking for, but only few dare to find. And that is our story. That is our story that I heard from Michael Mead, and it comes from the indigenous people of the North America. So it's a very old story. And to work with the story and to harvest the story, I would like to offer you 3 questions. 3 questions based on which you can journal. And here they are. What's the medicine of this story? What's the medicine of this story? What's the ingredient so important that carries cure, that carries healing, that carries maybe even possibilities of wisdom? What is the medicine of this story that you should not forget to take with you? The second question is, if you would weave the most beautiful garment of the world, the one that illustrates the beauty of the whole cosmos, what would you weave on it? What would you not forget to put on it? What would you definitely want to have on this garment? The most beautiful garment in the world. And the third question, what seeds from your heart need tending? What seeds from your heart, seeds of the future, need tending and attention and love and maybe nutrition so that they can start rooting and sprouting? What seeds from your heart need your tending? And with these 3 questions, I'm leaving you with the medicine of this story. I hope it fed you well, and journey well with these questions and with the images of the story. Thank you.